Nick's finals pick. After losing to the kind of tanking Hornets, the Mavs buckled down, got focused, and lost to him again. Luka said he's miserable, and now there's talk about tanking.
What happened in their most recent game? They won, right? Or are we still a daily show?
They had a 5-game losing streak.
Okay, but they won the most recent
against
game.
Indiana.
Go ahead, Wilds. Go ahead.
Hanging on.
Yeah.
Looking for any port in the storm.
Hornets just beat the Thunder. Hornets.
Here's the Mavs record since Kyrie's debut.
Not good.
No.
No.
Ouch.
Several teams not trying to win, and then the Mavericks. Nick?
And Brew's finals pick is on there too.
No,
so when one team, so Kyrie's infected your Nets
Your
and infected
team
my Mavs.
added talent.
My
pick traded.
Are you giving up? Are you giving up?
No, I'm not giving up.
Really?
I think they can beat Denver in round one. Then
They got a 3% chance on your pie.
Title
They're
pie,
like
yes,
the sixth
that's
team
correct.
in the West.
Because that's gambling odds that I'm trying to give out people good gambling advice. Unlike Brew's Not So Wild East, which is just printed USA Today's standings page printed
You
out
do
with
not
a couple
believe.
things at the bottom. Here's what I believe.
You're going to tell us on national TV. You still believe in the Mavericks to win the West.
Here's what I believe. I believe that in any series they play in the Western Conference, they will have the best player. And because of that, I am not giving up hope. Now, the day they traded for Kyrie Irving, did I come on this show and say this will be the reason Luka ends up leaving?
That was a good take.
Yes, but you didn't say they're not winning the West. What you should have said.
You're right. Because unlike some of my colleagues, I believe a mid-season title pick switch is undignified and embarrassing.
Oh, really?
And so,
don't make me go back through history.
Because of that, I am going to, and they still have a healthy Luka Doncic. Now, do I think Jason Kidd's done a good job? Nope. Does it look like the defense has any chance of becoming credible? It does not. Did Luka's comments concern me? Where he's like, I've lost my joy for the game? Yeah, of course. However, they're 2-2 this year against Denver. Jokic against them because Luka exhausts him so much by making him play defense on pick and roll after pick and roll is averaging 16 points per game against the Mavs this year, and that would be a brutal matchup for the one-seeded Nuggets. And last year, you guys laughed at me when I had them going to the conference finals, and they ended up in the conference finals. So no, I will not abandon the Mavericks. Has it gone well? Of course not. Do I think they should have traded for Kyrie? I do not, and I did not then. I did not advocate for that trade. But, some of us, those of us that believe in sticking with our picks, are going to, unless there's been a material change on the ground.
No more Mr. Consistency.
What?
This is not you
of
sticking with your pick. May I use a marriage analogy?
Oh, of course.
The equivalent of what you just said is, do I think my wife should have quit her job? No, I do not. Do I think my wife has gained a lot of weight? No, yes, I do. Do I like that? No, I do not. Do I still live with my wife? No, I live in Florida. She lives in Seattle. Do we date other people? Yes, I date other people. She dates other people. But we are still married because I'm Mr. Consistency. I don't believe in divorce. That's what you did. And is that couple still married? No.
Well, they're
just hanging on
I don't know
because
who they are.
They're not living as married people. You do not believe in the Mavericks at all.
I believe in Luka.
Not one iota.
I believe in Luka.
You don't even believe in Luka because he's not happy
ask
anymore.
you this.
His joy is
Let
gone.
me ask you this.
Why'd you quit her
Mr. Inconsiderate.
Yeah, you don't agree with any of
stuff
it.
going on.
Yeah, it'd be a disaster in the marriage and a disaster on the basketball team.
Do you think it is not in the realm of possibilities that the Mavericks beat the Nuggets in a series?
That's not what you predicted. You predicted the Mavericks win the West. They won't. Okay, I'll play your
Kevin
game.
Durant wasn't in the conference then, and you said those things changed, but I will stick with it. But go ahead. Do you think the Mavericks can beat the Nuggets?
Now?
First of all, this has to be a part of this segment. This is your last chance. All right, they're 4-8 with Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
They're 8-13 since the trade. Here,
you should.
I'm a friend. You
should do it.
This is what I'm offering.
You guys are
save some face. Save some face and take this olive branch and pick another team.
Luka is still playing, and he's healthy.
Is Luka still playing?
He's joyless, but he's healthy.
Have you ever seen Luka shoot an air ball?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's
Everyone has
just
shot air balls.
happenstance
Yeah.
for an NBA player.
Yeah.
When I saw him shoot an air ball on a corner 3 against Indiana, I was
They won that game by
bad. I know,
15.
but it's bad. And
Okay.
all right,
Can
this is your last chance.
I'm going to tell you one other
What
thing
was
about
the
the
question
Mavericks.
you asked me? They cannot beat Denver.
They cannot
Because they
beat Denver.
don't guard, and Denver's offense is legitimate.
Well, Denver's
they
offense
lead
is
their
excellent.
second only to Golden State in assists. They got Jokic, they got Murray, they got Michael Porter Jr. who can score. He don't do much else, but he can score. No, Dallas cannot beat
I'm
Denver.
going to put a quick button on this.
Sure.
If the Mavericks decided to tank and shut Luka down,
Tank?
would you be okay with it?
No.
They might as well.
Might as well. You
They
guys.
might not even make the play-in, even if they're trying.
Okay. There's a
You got 'em beating
0%
Denver?
chance they don't make the play-in. I will go on the record on that. 0%.
Are they in the playoffs right now?
Do the playoffs start right now?
Dusty, can you throw up the standings?
No, he can't throw up the standings. He's got a lot to do, and we're late for the break.
We're going.
But I'm telling you, they're going to make the play-in. Just be the 8 seed, Mavs. That's all I want. Be the 8 seed.
Denver will beat them.
Okay.
There you go. All-time segment there. Phoenix.
Unbelievable.
What?
Back.
Mr. Consistent.
Well, he is Mr. Consistency.
Really?
You got to give him credit for that. He does green tie and matching pocket square, but that's Friday.
Okay.
Today,
Got you.
well, howdy, folks, and welcome back to the saloon. Last week, we debuted a new segment, Brew's Wild Wild West, where teams were ranked in order of their chances to reach the finals. Today, well, we're headed across the mighty Mississippi, eastbound, for a new segment aptly titled Brew's Wild Wild East. Brew, take it away.
All right, let me warn you. The East is not quite as wild as the West. All right, if you've been following the NBA season, you already know that. But since these are not the standings, it is absolute chaos at the bottom of the playoff/play-in.
right.
So teams are seeded. They might be
to it.
seeded
We know it. I
one
did the
place,
intro and then
but
you do the
I don't
segment.
play that in my Wild Wild East. All right, here we go. At number 10, they might be seeded 8th, but they're 10th in my Wild Wild East. The Atlanta Hawks, look, they got rid of Nate McMillan, hadn't made a difference. I like Quinn Snyder, but they've been just as bad and mediocre, really, under Quinn as they were under Nate McMillan and Joe Prunty. And so Trae Young, great numbers, like DeJounte Murray a lot. Trae's got to learn how to play winning basketball, so they're at number 10. At number 9, the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, your Brooklyn.
Some people picked them to make the finals.
Well, Kyrie ruined their season, but also, in quotes, he ruined his own season because you had a better chance in Brooklyn of winning and getting the bag than
At least
you
they still have
clearly do in
Durant.
Dallas. So Durant would have stayed if Kyrie had stayed. All right, so Brooklyn number 9.